Shalom, Israel. All right. My name is Officer Kayad, one out of ISUPK, Jamaica. ISUPK started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. ISUPK is run by Commanding General Yahana, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. All right, so, you know what I mean? For the people, for the people who say we are Africans, we have something for show you. And this is very interesting. You understand? Because our people love to, you know what I mean, say that we are Africans. You understand? Especially, you know what I mean, brothers in the Rastafari community, but them ignore real African culture. You understand? Let me just show you something quick and fast. For some reason, when, you know what I mean, them say we are African and we need to go back to our African culture, them never seem to mention this. You understand? This is a tribe in South Sudan named the Mundari tribe. You understand? That's their name. You understand? We'll read a little bit about them. See, remember, subscribe to the channel, like, share on all social media platforms. It says, meet the Mundari tribe of South Sudan, where cow urine serves as ear dye and bathe in water. See, so this tribe, look at this video right here with this young Hamite, this young African, with his cup underneath the cow penis. He's actually holding the cow's penis. You understand? And draining out the pee-pee. You understand? That serves, the pee-pee serve as a ear dye for him, you know. And in film culture, that's their culture. You understand? So why, when them tell we say, oh, we need to go back to the African culture, claiming that we are African, why nobody mention this? See? Why does not the Rastafari community mention this? Them only pick the sweet and nice part of Africa, which is not even good culture either. It don't compare to our culture over here. You know what I mean? The culture of the Negroes over here who was sold by these Africans into slavery. Their culture don't come nowhere near our culture. You understand? But yet still them pick the best of the African culture and them never seem to mention this. And there's a lot more. You understand? See? It says, in Mundari, a tribe in Juba, the capital of South Sudan, where the people live in cattle camps, cow urine is a precious resource as residents bathe, wash their faces, and decorate their ear with it. You understand? Let me continue. Cow dung is generally known to be a useful resource as it serves as fertilizer for agriculture purpose, but in Mundari, both the cow dung and urine are like gold. Right, so then you utilize the cow dung. You have a, I don't know if it's this tribe, but you have a tribe who use, you know what I mean, the cow doodle, which is the cow dung, see, and plaster them floor. You know what I mean? It serves like concrete for them. Now, which Benjamite here in Jamaica would even consider that? Which Israelite here in Jamaica would even consider cow piss as ear dye? How did they find out that cow piss dye your ear? I mean, we will never even experiment with such madness. You know what I mean? Only a mad person of our people. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Only a madman of the children of Israel, somebody who's not in their right mind, would even think about trying to do something like that. But this is a culture of an entire tribe of people over there in Africa. You understand? We would never imagine in our wildest imagination to ever do anything like that. Never. That is just not our spirit, not our culture. Let me continue reading. Men monitor the cattle, and as soon as they notice they are urinating, so them watch the cow them, and them watch to see if them are piss. Just think about that for a second. See, they hurry to place their heads under the animal and soak their heads in the urine, and then clean their faces with the liquid excreta. According to them, the urine served as a hair dye, as a dye that changed their hair color. How did they figure that out? What were they doing to the cow to find out that the cow pee dyed them ear? Let me continue reading. So like, yeah, something that their women admire so much, and it makes them fall in love with them carry such ear. You know what I mean? So them women find it attractive. These African women find, you know what I mean, men bathing with cow piss attractive. I guess them love the scent and love the, you know what I mean? Them love the ear color where it give them, and them love the scent. You understand? People who have been over there to Africa, you know what I mean? Them say Africa, the scent over there, the must, you know what I mean, is so terrible. You understand? So it's a people without proper hygiene. Zin, is a people who don't practice proper hygiene. So where is this? Why isn't this mentioned when, you know what I mean, the Rastafari community wants to tell us that we should go back to Africa and love Africa? Eh? Why them don't talk about them things? Why Mutabaruka and them don't talk about this? You understand? The reason is because it's all a can. Them just a try, you know what I mean, pretty up Africa. Because the thing is, we love everybody but ourselves. That is just the thing. We admire every culture and everybody else's culture, and we refuse to come back to our true culture as the children of Israel. You understand? That is the problem. So the Rastafari community worship Africa, worship Selassie, and they don't point out the things wrong with Africa. You understand? They don't even point out the situation that is taking place in Sashamani, where Rastafarians went over there and got discriminated by Ethiopians. Ethiopians were being racist towards them. You understand? And now they have invested so much, and many of them had to leave Sashamani. See? Well, it's because we are not their people. We are two different people. I will show you what the Zondervan Bible Dictionary says about these Africans. Who are these Africans? See? This say, Ham. Who is Ham? It will tell you. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood. So Ham was Noah's youngest son. See? Let me continue reading. And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races. So the dark-skinned people, this man was their father. You understand? But of course, we know that they are not the only dark-skinned people on the face of the earth. And it will tell you. See? It will tell you who he was the fathers of. Ham, this Ham. See? Let me continue reading. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. So it make it clear, not the Negroes. The Negroes were not, you know what I mean, descendants of this Ham. Who are the Negroes? The people who were brought over here in the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I mean? Black people here in Jamaica, black people in North America, black people in Haiti. See? South and Central America. These are the Negroes. But they are not descendants of Ham. But who are the descendants of Ham? Let me show you. See? But the Egyptians, who are the Egyptians? Native Africans. You understand? The Africans are the Egyptians. See? You know how them love to big up Egypt. Well, Egypt, or the Egyptians, would be a descendant of the same Ham. You know what I mean? The name Ham means, it is really Kam in Hebrew, which means hot, because he was so dark skinned. You know what I mean? At one point, the whole continent of Africa was named the land of Kam, and then it changed to the land of Cush, which was Cush was Ham's grandson. no, sun, see, which, you know what I mean, it stretched to some part of the Middle East, and, you know what I mean, eventually that became Mesopotamia. Well, that's another story, see, but that became the land of Cush, or the burn-faced people, see, because they are so dark-skinned. The Egyptians are relatives to them. These are the brothers of Ham, they said the families of Ham. Let me continue reading, see, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, right? So the Ethiopians are brothers to the Egyptians. See? Kemet and Cush. See? Are Kamite, are Kamite, right? Which is Hamite. That's all it is. Kamite or Kemet. Kemet is really Kamite or Kam, which is Ham. You understand? Let me continue reading. Seeing the Libyans, which are another African group again, seeing, and the Canaanites, which are the South Africans. You understand? These are all the families of Ham. These are all the Africans. That every group where you see in Africa, seeing, comes from these, you know what I mean, sons of Ham. You understand? Every tribe in Africa, but it says not the Negroes. You understand? So don't get caught up in all this foolishness talking about you are Africans. If you are Africans, behave like Africans then. Bathe in cow piss. You know what I mean? Since you want to be African so much, why aren't you bathing in cow piss and see if you're a woman like that? See if a black woman over here, like when you bathe in cow piss. Try it. Try it out. You know what I mean? Just go bathe in some cow piss and march over to a young, you know what I mean, beautiful black sister here in Jamaica and tell her, say, hey, I just bathe in some cow piss. What, you want to go on a date? Try that now. And see if she not spitting in your face or run from you. You know what I mean? But African. Anyway, we're going to show you what the Most High have to say about this. You know what I mean? We know who the Egyptians are, and the Most High will tell us, say, you know what I mean? We are not Egyptians. This is the book of Exodus chapter 11 and 7, and it said, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast. Right? And continue reading, that ye may know how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. You understand? And that is a cut to anybody who wants to say that Israel is Africans. The Most High made a clear difference between us and these filthy Africans. You understand? Yeah, man. So without further ado, we're going to close out. Remember, like this video, subscribe to this channel. You understand? If you have questions, just leave it in the comment section. We keep classes on Sunday, 3 p.m., Tuesdays, 7 p.m., and also Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So get in class, learn your true culture, and come out of this African mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? If you really think you're African, go be with some copies. You know what I mean? And truly be an African. But we know you're not going to do that because you don't have the spirit of these Africans. So with that, shalom.